The COVID vaccines could have another use for fighting serious illnesses. Preliminary research from the journal Nature shows that lung and skin cancer patients who were taking certain immunotherapy drugs and got an mRNA COVID shot within 100 days of their treatment have lived longer than those who did not get the shot. Texas A&M virologist Dr. Ben Newman is back with us here at 5 to help us understand the research and what doctors are thinking. Dr. Newman, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, it's a really neat paper. What would you like to know?
Well, could you explain what immunotherapy drugs are, what mRNA vaccines are, how they work within the patient?
Yeah, sure. So the vaccines, you may have even had one of these. These are the standard COVID vaccine. And in this paper, they started out by going back, because I think somebody had the idea or the observation that when people got the COVID vaccine, they weren't dying of stage 3 and stage 4 cancers, like really bad cancers. They went back, they tested it in mice, they tested it in more people, and it turns out that it looks as though this vaccine stimulates the immune system in certain cases. May not work for everybody, but it gave about a 20% boost in survival over 3 years to the people with all these terrible cancers. Really surprising.
Do you expect doctors are going to send their patients or suggest that their patients get those shots? And do you think there might be more research too?
I think doctors ought to do that anyway, but yeah, this is a secondary use, and it probably doesn't depend on which mRNA vaccine it is. Right now, the COVID vaccines are the only ones out there, but based on what it says in the paper, this should work with any vaccine that's reasonably effective. It's more that the immune system has lots of signals that will sort of cross-talk, and they can wake up some immune cells that are there but are not doing their job in fighting the cancer.
A lot of people have raised concerns about the mRNA vaccines. Wondering, in your opinion, what do you think is safe at this time as we get into that flu and cold season?
Oh, yeah. The mRNA vaccines are the only way to prevent COVID, and COVID will kill you sometimes. No, I wish they had been available a little sooner, because I just got my case of COVID a couple months ago. But as soon as I am out of that window, I'm going to take the vaccine as well.
In August, the Department of Health and Human Services pulled $500 million in funding for some vaccine research. How does the medical research like that move forward without the lack of federal funding? Are there still donors that are willing, especially to look into this cancer research?
That is a question that I don't know the answer to. What we lost there is maybe our only hope at an HIV vaccine that works. It's just a protein that has a very short shelf life. And by the time you produce any other kind of vaccine and get it in someone's arm, it's too late. The protein has opened itself up and it doesn't look the way it's supposed to. There are a lot of really promising vaccines in that batch, and I hope that some of that funding comes back, or at least that something can be restored. But yeah, we potentially lost a lot for the future.
All right, Dr. Ben Newman, thank you so much for joining us here on 21 News at 5.
Thank you.